Welcome back, everyone. This is Arafellin playing Zeux' world, and I'm ready to start Deathcliff. So, here we go. We have new music again, we have a new tile set, new background stuff, new enemies even. Yes, the thing that came from the deep. One of the gimmicks with this area is you have oversized enemies that take multiple hits. Lava walk. Oh yes, that's what the gray blocks do. So, as you recall, for some of the castles, we got these colored gems that will reveal certain hidden blocks, make certain outline blocks solid, similar to these switch blocks in Super Mario World. And all of them do something when you hit them. The gray blocks enable lava walk, which makes lava basically solid. Which I'm pretty sure you do need to get to some secret stuff. Yep, here's more things from the deep. Basically giant versions of the standard slugs. Other than being big and taking 4 hits, they're nothing special. Let's just keep exploring along the top here. There's a giant bee. Weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure they're slower and therefore, in a sense, less dangerous than the regular ones. Lots of coins and gems to find here. Here we have some things that are stuck in the lava. Yeah, if we hadn't gotten the lava walk, it would be necessary to bounce on these to get across this. Which does not sound fun. Looks like there's something weird going on up there. I think maybe normally you would need an avalanche to have those fall down to give you platforms here. But with lava walk, it's trivial. So that's a clear. Not much found, so let's take another look in there, see if we can find some more stuff. Yeah, that was poorly timed. Yeah, it looks like there's more down here. Yep. Here's a heart. Yeah, being as this is Deathcliff, it goes fairly vertical too. You get further down, you get some weird stuff in the background. Okay, that is safe. Yep, and because you're hitting your head against the ceiling and bouncing back down on them immediately, it almost looks like those only have 1 hit when you hit them like that. Missed the coin. Will the bug come back? Yes, it will. So if I'm... Well, I need to wait for it to go back and back. Yeah. But I should be able to bounce on it to get to the coin. Just need to wait for it to come back again. Abominable netherworld monstrosity. And like the slugs, that takes multiple hits. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down the cliff. The problem is I'm not sure if there is eventually a pit far enough down. Oh. There's your jump interfering stuff. And we have a giant version of the speedy ball things. Unspeakable horror from beyond. Yeah, there's a fake wall there. Hiding this gem. 12 of 30, 2 of 5. And then you have these as well. These are teleporters. Okay, that looks odd and suspicious. Yep. Because this stuff limits your jump, you need to be careful about... Yep. I know what I mean. Okay, I need to wait for this to get out of the gunk and wait for it to wear off. I'm not sure if it's strictly time-based or if it does matter if you try to jump. Either way, it's not that long. Okay, and this is where you get back up. Okay, more gunk. Honestly, not that bad a thing here. Although here I'm pretty sure you do need to stay on the box to be able to keep going. there's one of those bouncy ghosts. And yeah, I thought I remembered something like that. Yeah, the teleporters, I believe, preserve your momentum. So if you're going too fast coming out of them, you can just kind of shoot right past the where you're trying to get to. Oh. Oops. Yeah, because you can't see what's on the other side, it can be kind of tricky to get to the thing. Great War Machine of the Warlords. These are basically the giant versions of the shell bugs. They do also shoot at you. Upward. Which is not very nice. Here's the chaotic bats again. Okay. They do at least only move in straight lines, even if they do keep reversing direction all the time. Okay, avalanche. As I thought. So that's how you're supposed to get across the lava here if you don't have lava lock. But there was something down there I thought was suspicious, and more coins and gems to find. Let's just go back across the top here. Get these coins. Okay, 4 more coins, 1 more gem. 2 more coins. Okay, that's all the coins. But there was another gem somewhere. Huh. Okay. So that's the thing with that, is if you... Obviously there is more alcohol down there, but if you fall when you're not along the cliff, it kind of forces you into a pit, even though it's not a real pit there. I had forgotten about that. Okay, let's give this another shot. Try to find everything again. Actually, before doing completion, there's this weird thing that I thought looked suspicious. Yeah, it can't spit you out into the lava ping over where the other teleporter is. So it takes you somewhere else entirely. And here's the secret. Let's see if there's anything else here. There's some coins. I think this is actually in the middle of the stage between the 2 cliffs. But here's a little special secret exit with a hammer on it, because this is not just an ordinary stage, this is a minigame. Whack-a-Hamster. I believe it's mouse-driven. Yeah, mouse-driven. There's my mouse. Yep, we have hamsters, you can bonk them. If you click fast enough, you can get multiple bonks on one hamster. There's a counter at the top. I'm getting coins and gems, and I think lives even, if I get enough hamsters. Yep. It's a pretty simple game. There's not much to say about it. Kind of fun, though. Especially if you can click rapidly and get all kinds of stuff out of it. As I've gotten over 100 coins that will presumably be reconciled when either at the end of the bonus or when I go into a normal stage. You got 226 hamsters. Yeah, that's a quick way to get some lives, coins, and gems. Well, coins are just another way to get lives, but... yeah, they're the extra coins rolled over into a life. Okay, so now, let's go for completion for real. Okay, so something strange happened when I was trying to get through here earlier. I was going to use a heart from the inventory, but the mouse was acting up, and somehow I managed to maximize the window, I think, and yeah. Had to close out of the game to get everything back to normal, so that's why I'm back down to 5 lives and no coins. Anyway, let's go with this completion attempt again. Okay, this of course looks suspicious, and it does have the last gem in it. And I believe this is the last coin. So, yep. We have everything. And that's stage clear with 100%. So let's take a look at Deathcliff 2. And we have a nice foreboding castle over there. Deathcliff 2. Ah. Of course, with the lava area, we'd have to have a rising lava level. It doesn't seem as bad as the sinking level from icebergs. Icy cap. Okay, there's a wind block I don't want to hit. Not sure why it's even there. Okay, here I don't know which way I want to go. Okay. Do not feel safe on those. Okay. Yeah, those you only have a limited number of tries to get up, but they have a good amount of health, so... Okay, I messed that up. Okay, that's why that's there. It's a shortcut. You just don't want to hit it and grab the wind potion, because then you're going to have a bad time. Okay. Oh, there. Better to take the hit than to fall in the lava. Let's jump on the other platform here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So far, so good. There's a little block in the way. Looks like each side is a different type of obstacle course. But they should join up and go to the same place. Yep. I do like the background. It's kind of noisy, but not in that bad a way. Although I suppose the lightning flashes could be a problem for... Okay, yeah, that's everything. Pretty short stage, not too much to get. If you just go along the path and don't skip things, you'll be fine. I think I'm okay for one more level, so here's Deathcliff 3. It's a fake wall at the beginning to get to the lava walk. Yeah, that's going to be a recurring theme in Deathcliff levels, is many, if not all, of the stages will have lava walk hidden somewhere. Okay, that's what happens if you hit those from the back. There might be something down here, so let's take a look. And that looks like a no. In any case, I guess it's a good thing you can trigger those from behind. Because otherwise, I'm not sure how I get back up. 24 coins, 3 gems. As usual, some of those fall, some of them do not. Bonk. Let's see, where does this go? Looks like it's just an alternate set of platforms. So possibly there are 2 branches you can take to go up. Yeah, these are annoying, because you have to jump on them to hurt them, unless you use items, but they also shoot upwards, so that if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, they'll hurt you while you're trying to hurt them. Let's use a heart and hope the mouse doesn't freak out on me. That's okay. There's another teleporter. Okay, more coins over here. And does this rejoin where the other teleporter was? I'm assuming it probably does. Yep, there's a gem. This, of course, is a lot easier if you can lava walk. Otherwise, I would have to bounce on that bug, I think. Yeah, there's the first teleporter. Okay, it looks like you have to come on this side for here because you can't get to the top teleporter. Yep. The gunk makes you slower as well as not jump as high. Choose another heart. I did stock up on them for exactly that reason. Yeah, go very slowly through here so as not to get full off to the side. Take out that B before it becomes a problem. Oops. Okay, gonna have to redo part of this. And we're back. Okay, the sign says go to the left, so I'm going to go to the right. Okay. There's a block here with a ring. And... okay. That's something, but it's not really something I want. So that was basically a waste of time. That's okay. Better to know what's there than to not. Apparently I cannot get high enough to jump on those. Either that or my timing wasn't good enough. Although... it looks like there wants to be something over there. But I guess not. Okay, let's continue on. Of course, here's another teleporter. Oh, and I have all the coins and gems, so here's the exit. It's been a few hearts, but not too bad after all. We are getting into the late game stages. And here's the castle already. So I think I'm going to stop the video for here for now. I'll try that next time. This has been Airfelon playing Zeux' World. Come back next time, we'll try the Deathcliff Castle. I hope to see you then.